I'm Any New Province, and I just finished up the league with Rakdos Alchemist. When this deck curves out, it feels like you'll never lose control of the board. As always, you can ping your opponent to death in whatever match you want by clicking on the timestamp in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the league. Because it's alright, I'm going to keep. These are our best threats, so hopefully we draw into more interaction. Eventually we play these Gurm Daddies and just start getting in, chipping for 5. Alright, so this is hopefully going to be one of those situations where we can just strip away our opponent's only relevant creature threat. I don't know if if this is like Blitz or something. Ah, I see. Okay, so we're playing blue-black control. They're on 1 land, so Muldrifter definitely something that could get them out of that. Consult the Necrosages also put them a long way towards that. So let's see if they scryed a land to the top. I imagine if they found a land on top, they would have. But they're going to have a second to kind of construct and sculpt their hand here. We're not doing anything very aggressive. I guess, oh, they didn't hit their land drop. Okay, well, that's pretty good news. Pretty good start to our match here. So we'll just pick this up. Like I said, we're not doing anything super aggressive, so they'll have a minute to recover, but they don't have any way. All right, there they go. Which means they'll be able to leave out Counterspell next turn. Oh, nice, Rager. That's going to be a great little resolution here. Our opponent's probably going to want to do something to keep building up their mana base. Okay, so they're going to be okay. I think they'll leave a hard counter here for sure. We'll be wary of that and not run anything into it. We could start burning them, using burn spells on them at the end of their turn, like get this lightning bolt into our graveyard, so that next turn we can try to cast a Gurmag Angler, and they might counter a lightning bolt to their face. So they also have Gurmag Angler, so they're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana towards Gurmag Angler next turn. But we do have the Terminate for it when it eventually comes down, unless they find some way to protect it. It looks like they didn't have any instant speed removal there. I'm not sure when this Consult the Necrosages is gonna happen. I mean, they can use it to Divination on their turn and then set up for Gurmag Angler. That will, if they Divination on their turn here, that'll allow us to resolve a Gurmag Angler, which is pretty good against Doomblade Gurm Daddy in hand. Oh, Accumulated Knowledge. Okay, that's pretty good. So they're gonna keep hitting their land drops here. And I guess if they hit another untap land, they can just straight up cast their Gurmag Angler. We would terminate it on the end of their turn. But it doesn't look like it. I wonder if they're going to consult here. And if they do, what do we pitch? Probably Firebolt, Lightning Bolt? I doubt they're going to counter this Lightning Bolt, but they might. So we're going to get some more red mana. Got a good amount of black going on here, and we will try to Lightning Bolt them in the face. See if they want to counter that. Doesn't look like they do. All right, so it's our turn once again. There's Therma Alchemist. So if we try to Thermal Alchemist, they counter it. That'll leave us with 1, 2, 6 mana for Gurmag Angler. 7 mana for Gurmag Angler. All right, cool. So we will go to combat, attack with Phyrexian Rager. We can't really put pressure on their mana just yet. We'd like to, but we can't. So we'll try to Thermal Alchemist. That way their math won't be all the way correct about us delving in a Gurmag Angler if they do decide to counter this. I think they'll just Doomblade it though, yeah. We're gonna run out Evolving Wilds to do a bit of extra thinning and pass the turn to them. Haven't seen any of the cards we know about, so it's one unknown if they're gonna cast it. They will Doomblade there, sure. So they have to have untapped land off the top to Gurmag Angler with Counterspell backup. There's Augur of Bolas, okay. See what they find off of Augur. Another Accumulated Knowledge. Well, we're going to have to pressure their mana on our turn. We're saving this Terminate for Gurmag Angler. Let's go get some more black mana. They're at 15. They probably would counter this, but if we don't... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they still have to hit untapped land to protect their Gurmag Angler. So we will just pass through here. That's not bad. Hello, brains. Good to see ya. So we're going to swing in with Phyrexian Rager here, and then we'll try to Firebolt down their Augur of Bolas. And if they do decide to snap off some magical spells to prevent us from doing that, then we'll be able to resolve our Gurmag Angler, which should be good news. But we do want to pressure their mana here because they are going to accumulate a knowledge, draw a bunch of cards if we don't. And then they might not even counter this. Really? They don't. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's perfect. So, yeah, so let's Gurm Angler. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they're probably going to hard counter here. And that gets the hard counter out of their hand. That means we could we'll potentially be able to terminate their 2 black mana, okay. We'll potentially be able to Doomblade their Gurmag Angler, or, sorry, terminate their Gurmag Angler on their turn. It is, yeah, it's good to have you, Zihi Wassermelon, welcome. And we'll just Carnarium back probably a Swamp. We're not really comboing off with our black spells here. Faithless Looting puts, so for 1 mana, we get 3 more cards in the bin, putting us up to 5 cards in the bin and 1 black mana. So we're just short of casting a Gurm Daddy here, but that's okay. I feel like they're going to try to run out their own Gurmag Angler next turn, and we may be able to terminate it before they have any way to protect it. So that's kind of what we're hoping for here. So there's tap land. We know most of their hand. But then again, they might not run it out. They're not up against a ton of pressure here. And they might think we have an answer. I don't know that a lot of decks play around Terminate, but so I wonder if they did find another hard counter. I think so too. Well, yeah, and I just don't think we have a way. Okay, so opponent deftly leaving up 2 mana here. This is either accumulated knowledge or just hard counter, but keeping them off accumulated knowledge for a second and actually getting a counter out of their hand to resolve our own Gurmag Angler, probably pretty good. We draw another Terminate. That's fantastic. All right, so we'll get in with Phyrexian Rager. We don't have any way to recur instants and sorceries. I don't really know if I want them to know that. We don't really want to pitch any of these cards, so this Faithless Looting isn't looking great. We will tap all of our mana to get down this Gurmag Angler. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I don't know what really matters more. I guess we'll eat the Terminate just for whatever information that might send their way. Back comes another Gurmag Angler. And do we make our land drop here? I don't even think we make our land drop here. We have tons of mana. If we eventually do find a Chainer's Edict with reason to do anything about it, then we can play this. Also, they might... I've played a good amount of blue-black control. There seems to be just a gajillion blue-black control players in the practice room, so I think our opponent's going to cause us to discard. Oh, they're just going to draw 2. Okay, up to 6 cards in hand. Considerable pressure on board. This is going to have to be Chainer's Edict, flashback Chainer's Edict, with a bit of counter magic backup to really burn us here. Okay, there's another land. I am going to do this pre-combat, just in case it's relevant. So we'll see if they even want to counter this. All right, so we'll pitch land, and then we will Night's Whisper, draw a couple more cards. If we can sneak through something like a... So they're not going to let us Night's Whisper. Sure. If we can sneak through something like a Thorn of the Black Rose there, I think we would be in pretty good shape. Like if I could play the land and a Thorn. And we've dealt with a good... Like our opponent's dead next turn unless they find an answer. Even a blocker doesn't do it. They play an Augur, I might just try to terminate it with the trigger on the stack before they find any way to stop us from killing it. I guess they could have like a Delver or something. Evoked Muldrifter, looking for an answer. They're just going to draw 2. Okay, sure. And they scoop it up. Sweet. Okay, so we're not going to be burning them out. Firebolt is a 2-for-1 that we reserve for smaller decks, so is Arc Lightning. We're going to want to bring in our Duresses, probably take out 1 Divest. This hitting an Augur of Bolas is not insignificant. I might want to go down to a single Divest. Dark Bargain's going to be good here. We probably want our Chainer's Edict over our other removal spells. We definitely want our Pyroblasts. And probably these Nihil Spell Bombs. I didn't see any Chainer's Edicts, but they're pretty good against us. We don't have that many creatures. I don't know what other 4 cards I want to board down out of, though. A Liliana Spectre is a little harder on the mana. It's a little slower. I could take out this last Divest, only have 2 Duress. Dark Bargain's definitely the new card we want to keep in here. What else did I bring in? I brought in a Chainer's Edict. Maybe we don't need that many Chainer's Edicts. Yeah, Beetleback Chief might be okay. Boo, opponent. Yeah, they can target us. They can let us divine. That would be fantastic. I don't know how good Nihil Spellbomb is against them either. Considering like Relic would just definitely be better there. But I don't really know. It's just because I don't know what else I want to take out. I guess Faithless Looting, because they're a pretty good card advantage deck, so this could lead to, like, we could keep this and start sandbagging stuff. I guess where they have Consult the Necrosages, this helps us be able to sandbag stuff without really worrying about it. Yeah, I need to take 3 more cards out, and I'm not really sure what's going to come out. We definitely don't want to take threats out. Thorn is pretty good in this matchup. I don't think our curve got any lower, so we don't want to shave a land. I might only want 1 Pyroblast. It looks like they're only running hard counters. So I'll take out a Pyroblast. They're probably only running like 3 creatures. So we might have enough removal and take out a Looting. So I think this is good. I think this is probably all right. Because our Pyroblasts, our Terminates, and our Chainer's Edicts should do the trick. And Nihil Spellbomb can keep them off any kind of their own Chainer's Edicts and stuff, which would be pretty bad for us in this matchup. But we saw the Consult the Necrosages and stuff, so I almost feel like another one of these would be good somewhere, but I'm a little too low on time, so I'm gonna go ahead like this. We'll see what happens. I'm okay taking out a Faithless Looting for sure. Nihil Spellbomb might not have been correct there, but I can't imagine this deck doesn't run some number of Forbidden Alchemies or Mystical Teachings or some nonsense like that. What's up, bonus chicken? Oh man, some extra chicken with my win. Nice. All right, so we'll keep. I'm just going to leave up Pyroblast. I feel like they're going to try to Consult the Necrosages before we can have enough untapped mana for it to matter. And so we'll just leave up Pyroblast for the rest of the game. Play a bunch of tap lands, kill whatever creatures they do resolve. This is fine enough eating the first Augur of Bolas. Yeah, I'm up by 1. Yeah, so we'll take out Nihil Spellbomb depending on what they're going on about. How you doing tonight, bonus chicken? Good to see you again. If I am a winner chicken dinner, opponent not keeping a skeptical hand with not that many lands, I might just counter the Augur of Bolas. It's kind of a really good card. So no Augur for you. We find an Evolving Wilds. I'll do a bit of thinning instead of playing another land. Pass the turn. Now our hand doesn't look very good. Like I could have reserved this for Consult the Necrosages, but I think this is a more powerful 2-for-1 where Chainer's Edict is what the rest of our interaction looks like. If they resolve this into Consult the Necrosages, then we're in trouble. So then it's still going to 2-for-1 us, even if we do counter the Necrosages. I think this is the best way to get a 1-for-1 out of them. I don't know that it warps the format. I sure saw a lot of stompy decks in the top 8 of the challenge this week. That's the way you do it. You just run it over. Play 3 power creatures, or Skargan Pit Skulks, or counter it with Pyroblasts. I don't know if that was correct. That was probably one of the most techie plays I've ever made in my entire career. So I don't really know if that was the right thing to do, but it is a control battle. We're going to grind it out here. We are going to grind and grind and grind away. Does Zubera Storm beat a resolved Augur of Bolas. Ooh, there's a Thorn. Okay, speaking of spells I'd like to resolve. A little awkward. Would have liked another untap land there. But if we can get this down next turn and just, like, they're just probably done for. I'm assuming they have a non-zero number of counterspells in their hand and stuff like that, but it's just an assumption. Any creature is probably going to get terminated. They will cause us to discard 2 cards. Okay, so I think we're going to go with... They might have a Bazooka Bog in hand. That's kind of the read I'm getting here. So I'm going to go 1 Edict, 1 land. I run more lands in this deck than the original pilot, so it's probably a little safer to pitch a land there. Now, if we just hit untap land, resolve this Thorn of the Black Rose, and let's run away with this mother effer, that's still pretty okay. So we get our own 2-for-1 on the backswing. And we'll think about, you know, thorning them next turn, depending on what their mana looks like, or their board looks like. Yeah, 1 Edict and 1 land I do. Oh, you don't need to attack through it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it just is. Oh, there's a Moment of Craving. Cool. That could have killed this. I wonder what they have in hand. Something else that can deal with a Liliana Spectre, no doubt. But if they spend part of their turn doing that, then this Thorn gets down. They forgot to sack the Revolving Wilds. That's bad beats. That is not a gold. That is not a gold effigy or whatever avatar move right there for sure. They still get to make their land drop, I guess. Okay, so they're going to disfigure the Spectre. Just playing around hard counter here. Yeah, so it just traded with 2 spells there, right? So they discarded their Moment of Craving and then they disfigured it. So that's what it's like. Ooh, okay. Well, let's just play Thorn of the Black Roses for the next couple of turns and win the game. If they don't have hard counter here, then we got to be in awesome shape. But they probably do. They pondered, so. All right, our opponent has 2 cards in hand. Got to put them on another hard counter for this to go very badly for us. We'll see if they do. There goes a black mana, so this is probably Gurmag Angler. Thorn of the Black Rose is a fine answer to that. It has Death Touch. It does make it awkward for us that we're going to be fighting an uphill battle against it. Like if they just have a straight up removal spell or a counter spell for this Thorn of the Black Rose, probably kind of in trouble. But I don't think I can wait to hit another land drop to do anything about it. Yeah, so I'm going to leave up one of my dual lands. This is definitely dangerous. So we got to hope that they don't have like instant speed removal to kill this and get Gurmag Angler through. And like kind of hoping we draw, I don't know, like a pyroblast or something here. They discarded Moment of Craving. Like if they just, I guess they could just have Chainer's Edict. That was probably a risky play. All right, so far Thorn isn't dead. That's good. That's very good for us. Okay, they will Moment of Craving. Gain a couple life and disfigure. Okay, they're going to double Moment of Craving. So the extra card they get off of there being the Monarch, not super relevant. Not yet, anyway. We're going to have to keep trying to stay ahead on card advantage until we get this back, though. If we ever do. So they're going to go up to 2 cards in hand. Committing it to the board. A little skeptical there, but we will Edict you. And I'm going to keep making my land drops. We have 2 Edicts in the bin. And there's going to be a pretty good war of attrition happening here for the next couple seconds. Yeah. So Phyrexian Rager, draw a card. I probably should have done that first. There's a Nihil Spellbomb for what that's worth. It lets us tap out this turn. They're going to keep the Monarch for 1 more turn. And they could just find a way to kill this now. Given we have seen a lot of instant speed removal go through our opponent's hand already. Yeah, just let them mill themselves. That's not a bad plan at all. So let's get the Monarchy back here, huh? Let's just hope they don't have an instant speed removal spell. They have 3 cards in hand. They very well could. Nice. We are now the Monarch, and we have a bunch of removals, so I don't know that we're going to lose it anytime soon. We draw a Gurmangler. Pretty good draw. Wish it wasn't on our end step. Lots of ways to deal with a potential threat from them. Okay, sure. Opponent will disfigure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we crack Nihil Spellbomb here, they won't be able to cast another Gurmag Angler next turn. They'll have to wait until they hit another land drop. But I think we might as well take our draw for the turn, see what we get. Okay, we got Bojuka Bog, so I'm pretty glad we didn't do that. We'll bog them for what it's worth before we cast our spell. I'll look kind of like a pretty huge dummy if they do have a way to get a spell out of here. Opponent repping the counter magic very hard here. And we're just going to try to get away with the game. We're going to probably tap not very much mana for this Gurmag Angler. I'd like to leave up these Terminates through counter magic for any threat that they have if they can answer this Gurmag Angler. And we don't really need that many cards in our graveyard right now, where we can just hard cast our Gurm daddies regardless. Spectre, Pyroblast, Evolving Wilds, and a black. So see if they have the hard counter for this Gurm daddy. I think we've seen a good, yeah, we've seen a counter spell. Just one, but they haven't done a lot of card selecting yet. All right, let's see if they find a way to do something about our board. I imagine they will. Their deck is like 80% do something about the board. We draw Thermal Alchemist, which is kind of a non-bow with the Monarch ability. There's an Augur, okay. Sure. Can't do anything about that. Let's see what Augur reveals. Nothing. Whiff. Come on. Whiff, opponent. Ah, oh, dang. Well, they have no other accumulated knowledges, so that's not that bad. And it looks like they'll pass. Where we have the edicts in the bin, I think I am just going to terminate this. Because we don't want it on the board regardless. Not having it on the board allows us to attack with Gurmag Angler a little more safely. There goes accumulated knowledge. 2 cards in our opponent's hand. They're gonna let it go. I don't know. It has summoning sickness. I might fire off this spell bomb here. I feel like it's worth it. Yeah, so we'll let this resolve, and then we'll fire off spell bomb. They might not have another accumulated knowledge, and I wouldn't mind getting a fresh card. Ooh, nice. Okay, so we'll go to combat, attack with Gurmag Angler, play 2 vertible blockers that also become a pretty decent shield against Monarch taking. This was pretty decided. Yeah, this felt pretty good. It felt like a strong match so far. I mean, we're not out of it yet. Our opponent's blue-black control, they got 3 cards in hand and they just resolved a Ponder. So it's not all the way over, but we have a Terminate and 2 Edicts in our bin, 2 0/3 blockers for their everything but a Muldrifter. Muldrifter's obviously pretty bad, but I mean, they're on 2 cards in hand, whack a lands. I don't know. I don't even know if I'd want to sacrifice the Thermal Alchemist. Okay, here comes Gurmag Angler. So we'll try to terminate that on the end of their turn. I imagine terminate goes through. Actually, yeah, no, we should wait till our turn to terminate it because we'll still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. I don't know. That could lead to us chumping with a Thermal Alchemist, but I think the extra damage is probably worth it. So we'll pass over through to our turn. I can just flashback Edict, I guess. So we'll tap Alchemist. And I kind of want to draw into more answers too, so I might just Night's Whisper here. Yeah, Nihil Spellbomb kept them off an angler. I took Lynx's advice from last night and started aggressively exiling graveyards, or more aggressively exiling graveyards. So hopefully that did the trick, but we'll see. Opponent gonna leave the Therma Alchemist trigger on the stack for a minute. This is, I feel like I got rewarded for playing smart this game. I pyroblasted an Augur of Bolas. We all found it out, guys. We figured out the secret to piloting a control deck. You just counter your opponent's 2-for-1s. And give them the Monarch for no apparent reason. Well, because getting the Monarch on the battlefield generally favors us, I think. Because we can deal with onboard threats. Now, what could they couldn't blow me out with anything if I flashback this Chainer's Edict, and then we get in with this Gurmag Angler. I mean, I could Night's Whisper and Terminate and cast another Thermal Alchemist, though. That seems like way better, actually. 1, 2. No, because they could have Dispel, so I am going to Chainer's Edict here. I know it sounds a little unintuitive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because we can't play any other spells and still flash it back. We'd have to untap land off Night's Whisper. So yeah, so I am gonna Edict them. 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think, unless they have like Spell Pierce. They could have Spell Pierce. And it's kind of priority to get the Gurmag Angler off the battlefield so that it gives us a little bit more liberty to have a good turn next turn. I mean, provided they don't just resolve another Gurmag Angler. Ooh. Another Nihil Spellbomb. We're at the point of like almost just comboing off now, though. Okay. Opponent's going to cast a Divination. And we won the match. Sweet. In the meantime, we're going to play another game, being on the draw. Little does our opponent know, our opponent's a prophet, so they probably do know that we wouldn't mind being on the draw. And this is a pretty good hand. So I'm going to keep. We got 2 Terminates. How can you do worse than a couple of Terminates, huh? I'm still okay hitting land drops, especially because we drew that. So I'm going to Bloodfell Cave's best turn. Glad to know that this is Affinity right off the bat. We will certainly be Therma Alchemisting sooner than later. They're like sheer massive threats is what we're more worried about. So we really just have to try to fade 4/4s for as long as possible. That Chainer's Edict might as well be dead. So we're gonna just resolve a Thermal Alchemist. Hope they don't have a Galvanic Blast. I think Thermal Alchemist now is more important than Phyrexian Rager on time next turn, where we can still fire off a Terminate on a 4/4. There are really fun people in the Discord. Our opponent's gonna Thought Cast, doing all of the broken Affinity things. Free spells, almost Ancestral Recalls, actually not even close to Ancestral Recalls. Best removal in the game. Well, you know me. You know how I love to be doing that with my edicts. This might not even be the worst Chainer's Edict here. I think I'll still run out another Alchemist, though. It's a pretty good blocker on this board, and who knows how the next couple of turns will go. They might equip up a Frogmite and like lose a Germ, make our Edict a little bit better next turn if that's when we end up casting it. And then Phyrexian Rager finally will be able to come down and deal with it. So let's hope we do okay. I don't know why we're not playing Affinity. It's a wicked deck. I guess it's because our opponent only has 2 cards in hand and they have a bunch of Flare Husks that won't do anything in a second. But the plan kind of is to make them like play around stuff incorrectly and sort of squander one of these tokens, equipping up Frogmite to attack through Thermal Alchemist. But they could just have another. Oh, that's a good Terminate target. If I ever did see one. So untap land would obviously be great. Pretty happy to have them going Hellbent here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. 8. Oh my god, if they draw a Fling, we just die. That's not good. So we want to find an untapped land. I don't really understand this attack. But okay, so we'll go to blocks. Block like this. I guess we're just getting in for one. Yep. Come on, 1 mana removal spell. And we're going to go get red mana for exactly that reason. Black -2/-2 to all creatures with the same name. I do not have Echoing Decay. That'd be a blowout. We'll get red mana. It's a little hard to just give them the opportunity to like draw into something here. Alchemist is not a good draw. So we will just pass the turn, leave up our Terminate. I'm kind of just hoping they go all in on an ATOG. Like, we'll block one of the ATOGs, and then maybe they'll go all in on one. And we can just, you know, Chromatic Star, huh? That's an opportunity for them to potentially draw a fling. Oh, nice. Okay. That's good. So we're going to go to attacks. Attacks like this. Well, we're going to trade a Terminate with an ATOG anyway, so we might as well block, have them sacrifice an artifact. Is that this bad boy right here? Yeah, so in response, just in case they do draw something like Terminate, like Fling, I am going to snap this off here. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 14. So I guess they can still draw like Galvanic Blast here to kill us. No. Oh, I should have frig. I should have tapped this with its trigger on the stack. I don't think there are Gorilla Shamans in the sideboard of this deck, and I don't know if it is for budget considerations, but part of me almost wishes I just let this Thermal Alchemist go there. They're doing the math now. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13, 14. Oh, are we just dead? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 16. Yeah, we're just dead. If they go all in, we die. So let's see if they figure that out. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 12, 14, 15, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah. So we'll make them see it anyway. Maybe they just won't. I don't know. It is just math. So the play there was just to take the damage, I think. But yeah, they noticed. I didn't do the math. Yeah, we're just dead. They might not want to. They sure did. Okay. So Duress not that great here. I think Chainer's Edict is fine. Arc Lightning. No. Firebolt's probably not going to be 2 for 1ing them as good as a Chainer's Edict. That was absolutely my bad. Yeah, no other Terminate. We just weren't supposed to. We were supposed to lose our Thermal Alchemist. And then let them like sack whatever number of artifacts and then Terminate. But it happens. Yeah, it was definitely risky on their part too, but they got us. They had us through like a Disfigure too. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't do the math. I should have done something that didn't kill me. Yeah. Yeah, let's... It's been a while since we've used that functionality. I feel like Beetleback Chief is actually okay. I don't know if it's better than Firebolt. Maybe Firebolt's okay because of Frogmite. And you can point it at an ATOG a couple of times for when that matters. I guess Duress is like okay. Duress gets... Actually, yeah, Duress is pretty good. All this discard might not be that bad. Well, no, it will be bad because they just spew their hand. I probably should have had Snuff out for sure. Hello, Bull3TPRQQF. Welcome to the Jank Bank. I hope you enjoy your stay while you're here. It's risky running this much discard. Like I don't really know. I think all of these discard spells are good against them, but this hits Thoughtcast and their combo pieces. This hits 4/4s, free 4/4s, and stuff we can't block. Edicts are 2-for-1s against them. You don't think all the discard's correct? It probably isn't. We should probably have our, like, Pyroblast might even be safer than having some number of these spells. Like, I could take out a Divest and a Duress for 2 Pyroblasts. But it depends on if they're running Gearseeker Serpent. I think they're pretty low on Gearseeker Serpent lately. Yeah, Snuff Out's pretty nuts. This might be like way too techy though. I don't think so. Like, it can kill a Germ and a Frogmite. Like, can soak in the rest of our stuff. Actually, that you are making sense with that, but I prefer Firebolt because it can kill 2 Firebolts can kill 4 things. So I'm gonna do Firebolt. Yeah, I'm gonna keep. I brought in 1 extra discard spell. We can't cast anything with this hand, so we'll mulligan. Could have had the secret early. Oh, come on, deck. Oh, frig. Okay, well, Phyrexian Rager is a way out of this. So play a Swamp and pass. Yeah, Divest is great. It can strip their land drops. We certainly didn't see any Divests there. There's Springleaf Drum. We're probably gonna get wrecked here, gang. Play tap land, pass the turn. Let's hope we have the opportunity to bring in Divest number 3 again. There's a Relic. Relic's not a big deal. We're not that deep on... These Flare Husks were really big for them last game because, for 1, I didn't do the math, and 2, it soaks up Edicts too well. Oh, good! A 4/4. They get free 4/4s now. Yikes. What's that song by Fall Out Boy? This is adequate punishment, I think, for punting our last game. I don't know that we were in good shape regardless, but adequate punishment indeed. The question is Divest better than the Liliana Spectre here? They don't have another 4/4, so what does Divest hit? Atog? And they have had a couple of pretty broken draws. And it might even just be Phyrexian Rager. I think getting a card out of their hand is better. What if they're on like double Thoughtcast? Or like Thoughtcast Teamer Battle Rage or something ridiculous like that. Because they didn't make their land drop. Oh, they might have. And yeah, and Spectre can block. So can Phyrexian Rager. It was all about whether I needed an extra card in my hand. And we could have got that Atog. So punished. Punished there, I guess. Unless they top decked that. They could have top decked that. Opponent not making land drops. They're not leery of our Divest. It isn't getting any better, so I think I will Divest them here, and then we'll play a Thermal Alchemist. Just a Galvanic Blast, okay. It's just a Galvanic Blast. So in the interest of not having Galvanic Blast go at our face, we'll play a Thermal Alchemist. And yep, we're blocking already, folks. Yeah. Just gonna Blasty Blast the Alchemist straight away. And they have 6 damage on board that they're absolutely going to get in for. No red mana, which is relevant-ish. I don't really understand an attack with ATOG here. I almost wouldn't. I feel like they're in good shape if they just attack with these two and we trade with Frogmite. I mean, they didn't think we'd do that. I play Edicts too. Like I was a little loose. But how loose can it really be? That is not an untap land, so we'll just play Phyrexian Rager. It's a blocker, and it could draw us into a land drop. Well, it's not great. I think we're dead, guys. Well, I'd rather die by mulliganing to 5 against a bunch of 4/4s than to a misplay around an ATOG. But it is what it is. There it is, guys. That's why I divest. Not looking super broken against Affinity. Yeah. I mean, it is good. I think you would want 4. Yeah. Opponent gonna see if they can just straight kill us. Sacking an inordinate amount of artifacts. At least we get to trade our creatures with their board state. That is already quite developed and looking pretty hot. And we die next turn. I don't know if there's anything that we could draw into here. Ah, the sickest game-winning top deck I've ever seen. Yeah, that's it. Let's Faithful Salute for posterity. Yeah. Yep. Play our Carnarium. Pick up our Mountain. And scoop the match. We'd love to play first. This hand's pretty bad, but not like the worst thing. So we'll go find a swamp on turn 1 and then I know you're usually so good with the warnings, like even ahead of the delay. I think like last night you were like, you said burb. It's just like the most efficient way to get the come on, not like this. Not like this. All right. Yeah, I guess so. They're not doing anything though. So we could resolve a Thorn of the Black Rose and win like that. This makes it really difficult for editing later. I'm trying to figure out what game's what. Yeah, Star, it's more colored mana for them. It gives them the opportunity to do anything. They're gonna keep hitting their land drops. Oh my goodness. Not like this. I believe this is going to be hit a Thorn of the Black Rose on time, fade creatures for a minute, or lose kind of idea. If we Phyrexian Rager here, we're hoping to hit an untap land to hit Thorn on time next turn anyway. If we Phyrexian Rager here and block with it, it still doesn't mean we get Gurmag Angler down, so I think we will bog them. And I don't know if I even loot away one of these roses. Let's see what we draw. Faithful Saluting. You don't not loot, right? Yep, looks like one of the Thorn of the Black Roses is hitting the bin. So we'll go like this. I guess we could have Gurmogged this turn. It's really playing into Thorn of the Black Rose on time next turn. And probably Thorn of the Black Rose. Maybe even Phyrexian Rager at this point. Maybe it's just Rager. I think it is. All right, let's fade some creatures. Yeah. We'll pitch some card advantage in favor of keeping the ultimate card advantage. We have to fade creatures. Like I just don't think we get anywhere not fading creatures. Oh, good. Oh, double good. Yep. Thorn looking pretty bad on this board. I agree. So it's probably going to be Gurmag Angler. And can we leave up Bolt? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can. They had nothing. Right? Like they had nothing. Yeah, they have Temur Battle Rage in hand. So this is 8, 9 next turn if we do block the ATOG. Oh, god damn it. I hate this game. Oh, they had actual nothing in hand when we divested them. That's crazy. Our opponent is beyond lucky. Yeah, they can just sack more artifacts. Like we could bolt it now. And then what is it? Like 2, 4, 6, 7, so 14. They can put us to 2 with Temur Battle Rage, and they have a land in hand, I believe. Yeah, because Seat was on the battlefield. We've seen Tree of Tales, so their hand is Seat, Battle Rage. No, bolting now doesn't do it either. Gotta block with Gurm Daddy. We gotta jump with Gurm Daddy. I could play Thorn and block the ATOG if they do want to attack with it, and then I think that's what I'm going to do. So this is dangerous, but I mean, our opponent's already drawn lucky as crazy, as lucky as they possibly could. So if they attack with everything, we can get the ATOG off the board. Then we can get the Monarch back with Thorn again next turn. Hopefully we draw an untap land and our 2 draws we get. And oh, and they don't have red mana, I guess. Yeah, that's a very good point. There's some red mana. But you're right. Actually playing around Temur Battle Rage was incorrect there. You're totally right. So our opponent's going to get in. Yeah, well, we are going to stem the immediate threat of ATOG. And I think they Temur Battle Rage here. And win. Yup. Guys. I did not want to do this tonight. Okay. I did not want to just die to Affinity 100 times. They had nothing going on. That was so unlucky. Oh my goodness. Feel like one duress for a Firebolt or 1 duress for an Arc Lightning. All right, I you know what? They've drawn so friggin' well. I'm willing to cut my Firebolts for Beetleback Chiefs. Let's see what this is all about. Actually, I probably frig. I probably still want a Firebolt over oh guys, we're gonna run it all the way back and mull the 5 again. Non-land, terminate, I can keep. So Bloodfell Caves, pass the turn. We've got boats in hand, so we got that going for us. The no Gorilla Shaman in the board thing, probably the looser part. Opponent's got some good Edict protection. We do have Terminate, though. So I'm going to Faithless Looting outright here. There's Beetleback Chief. So once we get that down, we probably don't need more lands. So I'm going to pitch these lands. We're going to keep the Evolving Wilds for our thinning purposes. And yeah, hopefully we don't die. Probably could have kept one swamp there. Probably should have kept one swamp there. That's true. Gorilla Shaman, bad on this board. True. Terrarian, nice. I like it. Oh my god, I've seen so many artifacts. I'm so far on the deep tilt. Relic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here come the here come the 4/4s. Let's see if our opponent's still on stone nothing here. 4/4s. Free 4/4s. We're not going to terminate because we can trade our Beetleback Chief with it someday. And we'll go get the rest of... Actually, we should kill this. I think I might kill this. They're going to exile all cards. Draw a card. No, there's no extra life gain in here. I don't think, anyway. I think you're kind of hoping to fade burn. Oh, is this Thoughtcast? Oh, Affinity! You're in your stupid deck. Oh, Bloodfell Caves, yeah. Bloodfell Caves will produce the life gaining. I don't think taking 4 repeatedly is a good plan. Alright, so... Therma Alchemist. Bloodfell Caves. Actually, I'm just going to keep thinning. Yeah. I'm going to keep thinning. And let's see if we can take a Therma Alchemist all the way. No such luck. Here comes Atog. Sad to have seen my Terminate go that way, if that's going to be how we do this. There goes Terrarion, floating red, I think. Oh, Carapace Forger, okay. Opponent's mana is perfect. It's just another Atog. Well, that's a whatever about the Terminator, I guess. Yep. And opponent in pretty good shape to combo kill next turn. So we will sack this. Get black mana for what that's worth. Untap. Lightning Bolt. Yep, blows Beetleback Chief. It's blockers. Play Bloodfell Caves. And yeah, we're just hoping we fade the TBR or the fling here, I guess. Prophetic Prism. Additional 4/4s? I feel like this is an all-in kind of combo version, and we're not a blue deck, so... we will just block with both iterations of Beetleback Chief. Or both halves of Beetleback Chief. So they have to sack 2 artifacts to save their precious Togs, but they get to sack Chromatic Stars, which I guess while they're not all the way choked on red mana, that's pretty okay. Colors are perfect, actually. So they will save Atog. Number 1 at least. Sacks Chromatic Star, draws another card. And damage goes through. What do you got? 4/4s? Opponent, you never. Oh, you cheeky little guy. Oh, yep. So we're pretty much a hundo dead here. 1 hundo dead. We're actually just dead? Block Atog. GG's. Wow, wow, wee wah. Hello, Arclint21. Sorry to have you come in on such a bad note, my buddy. We just got finned, man. Oof. Our opponent had some good draws these last couple games. We definitely lose. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Way more than they need to kill us. So, this game. Nice. We're going to get to like turn 1 divest, turn 2 Thermal Alchemist, although we might not want to do that. Imagine this is Affinity again. Just don't. If you play an artifact land opponent, my YouTube series is going to crap. Oh, it's Tron instead. Okay, good. Okay, well, let's hope for like an expedition map or a mole drifter, I guess. Let's cross our fingers and just hope we hit one of those. There's a Fangren Marauder and 2 Tron lands. Ugh. Okay. They just get to pulse it back in a couple turns. Can I play Affinity again? I would have taken that pulse if I could have. At least it's bad. Oh yeah, this deck's gonna be terrible. I guess against the Thermal Alchemist deck, it's not like the greatest or anything, but they're still pretty good. All right, Thermal Alchemist, go. Arclint21, thank you very much for the follow in. I really appreciate that. We need the morale booster tonight. We're playing the deck that's probably good against aggressive decks. Against a bunch of slow decks. Well, actually, no. It's against a combo deck. What would we call Affinity? A combo deck? What do you guys think? Do you guys think it's appropriate to have that discussion today about whether or not Affinity is a combo deck? I'm gonna play Evolving Wilds. Do some thinning. We're gonna get up to 5 mana here. It's all good. Our opponent's gonna hit Tron. They're gonna play Fangren Marauder and like, I don't know. Just for the rubbins, they're gonna play, what is that new one? Aggro combo? I think that's correct. Broken. When it looks like that, it certainly appears to be broken. Good thing our opponent's really taking their time finding enough land to cast this Fangren Marauder. Dang it! Oh, gosh darn it. We might have to do some amount of exiling their graveyard to win this one. Montaigne. Turn comes back. The Germfather that we can't cast because we did not aggressively enough Arc Lightning them last turn. Or Arc Lightning anything. We'll just play Bloodfell Caves. And they'll assemble Tron next turn. And the crying will continue. Alright, let's see what this is. There goes Expedition Map for the Trons. And here comes Fangren Marauder. We're going to be able to kill it before they can get any value off of it. They could have just tapped incorrectly and not be able to do anything with it, though. I guess they can Mole Drifter. Mole Drifter's pretty good value on any board. Or, I don't know, maybe they're waiting for, like, Prohibit or something. Hey, Shazba! Thank you very much for the follow, and I'm pretty much there with you on the Affinity is combo aggro. Which I feel like shouldn't be a great combo, but it incidentally looked like it tonight. So we'll do some delving, get a 5/5, and pass the turn. We have answers for the Fangren Marauder we know they have in hand, even for like a minute here. I think it's going to come down. Yep. Opponent leaving up a Jillian mana appropriately to protect it with Ghostly Flicker. Oh, looks like they're not. Looks like they're not going to do that right away. Let's see what they use this mana for. I have reason to believe it will be some such nonsense. Played the modern and pauper version for a bit. Definitely a bit of both. Huge fan of your vids. Oh man, thank you so much, Shazba. I really appreciate that. I hope you continue to enjoy the vids. I'll keep making them so long as you keep watching. Opponent on 3 cards in hand. So I wonder what kind of interaction they have in their hand. We're getting this off the battlefield right now. Splendid Agony. Oh, is that like put 2 -1/-1 counters on a thing? That sounds good. Yeah, I don't find Tron decks usually do. Like, they might just have another Pulse Marasa, and like that feels bad, right? They don't counter it, so we will attempt to Firebolt ya boy. Trigger. And is this like a Ghostly Flicker or something? No. Okay, we've done it, guys. We've done it. We've transcended the usefulness of the Fangren Marauder. We can't, however, exile the graveyard and give them the maximum punishment. It does look mostly green. So let's hit them for 5 for 100 turns and win the game. Yeah, I feel like Fangren Marauder is pretty decent against the pseudo burn deck. I think our discard's going to be pretty good against them too. I changed my mind. Discard, no longer looking so hot. Yes, opponent, tap out. Yes. That's the way you do it. What is this? Oh, opponent, don't be so foolish. Oh, I hate this. I will ping in response. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can kill this with bolts, firebolt next turn. But we want to kill the Fangren Marauder with bolt, firebolt next turn, and I guess we just serve with the old Germ Daddy in the meantime. Hey. Don't talk about Deathblade Elite's big stupid brother that way. I guess. So we'll Lightning Bolt the Fangren Marauder, untap Therma Alchemist, and Firebolt the Fangren Marauder. Untap Thermo Alchemist. God dang it, Lowland Tracker. Get out of my house. Oh, yes. I appreciate you not obliging me to Arc Lightning that thing. Whatever the frig that is. Our opponent's going to draw Pulse Marasa, because my opponents... Tonight is the night for my opponents to have the perfects, so they're just going to pulse back Fangren Marauder, and then we're going to lose. She's going to play another one? What? Why? Wouldn't we all just love to know, Shazba? Yeah, it looks like we're playing Highlander Tron over here, and they're not even doing that bad. They're hellbent. We just need a way to kill one of these. Oh my god. What is this deck indeed? I think we just kill a golem with our Arc Lightning and swing with Germ Daddy. Yep, that's good. Yeah, maybe opponent is also on the Possibly Pauper Playables tonight. We all jank it out here. Ways this attack could go badly. Ways I didn't tap Thermo Alchemist first. I'm gone right now mentally. Right on time, Liliana Spectre. It does attack for 2. Is Lowland Tracker playable? Is this possibly Pauper playable? Pulse for the win. Here it comes. Boom. Boom goes the dynamite. What? I don't want to live on this planet anymore, I don't think. I'm gonna leave now. I'm gonna leave now, guys, and then hi, Tass. I hate this. I can't lose now. If I lose, things will have gone so badly in my life. And like, they're not even getting 2-for-1 here. They're actually doing okay. For whatever it's worth, we'll lightning bolt here. I don't like this game. I probably should have dark bargained ahead of time. Good old 2 for 1.3333333. I probably should have dark bargained first. Do it like this. Untap our boy. And Liliana Spectre, pretty hot right now. Looking pretty good on this board. Cast 2 of them next turn. Cast one of them right now, but cast additional ones next turn. Opponent discards. Shimmering Grotto. That's the first time I've resolved one, honestly. And I drew 2 Liliana Spectres. If our opponent doesn't have a card they can cast here, or if they like leave up Pulse for our turn, then they discard it. We won! Okay, mono green stupid stuff that I have a very high potential to lose to. I think Duress comes in. A Divest looking a lot better than I thought it was. It's a big sigh of relief. Dark Bargain, that was pretty good right there. I like it better than Divest. What do we do? Take out Arc Lightning probably for Edict. Yeah, Edict definitely is coming in. Beat the Armadillo Cloak. That's all we gotta do, guys. We just gotta beat a stupid Armadillo Cloak. And I'll probably take out Liliana's Spectre. I think they have a bit of agency over what their hand can look like, but then again, it's Tron, so being able to attack them really fast, probably good. I'll probably take out 1 looting. I'm not huge on all 3 of the Faithless lootings. I think the deck builder was pretty high on them, probably for good reason. We want our Firebolts, we want our Edicts, we want all this stuff, so I don't even know if I care enough for Nihil Spellbomb. I guess it's kind of a beating if they just keep getting the Marauders back. But I don't know what I take out. Night's Whisper? Maybe like a Dark Bargain? A Spectre? These make Spectre worse, I guess? Unless we can hit their lands. So I guess it helps Spectre hit their lands. I might just get in on some of the card advantage. Try to... this is close to someone else's 75. So... I don't even know what to do, guys. Take out 1... I like Spectre a lot, though. in this. Well, yeah, they were kind of bad there. The first one's probably going to be really good. Number 2 and 3, probably still better than the last Divest. And maybe we take out, like, another looting, I guess. Terminate probably going to be pretty good. I don't think we're taking out lands here. I might take out one more Faithless Looting. Call it like that. Archer over Alchemist, because they don't need a turn. Yeah, no, it's true. They just start going, and yeah, they're 2/1s, right? So this hand's awkward, but I'm going to keep it. It's got a Bazooka Bog, which I'm probably... What? Which I'm probably going to sandbag for a hot minute here. Play a land. Play Nihil Spellbomb. We'll hold on to this Lightning Bolt. Who knows? They might... Yeah, they block and... They attack and block better. I want to save, but like I feel like they're fairly bad against Bazooka Bog. There's Chromatic Star. That could have been correct, though. Yeah, I might hit it. You're right. I might hit a Carnarium. Our opponent's going to be up to Armadillo Cloak mana next turn. For what it's worth. So I think I actually will. I will bog now. Yeah, I probably did want to Whisper there. I'm gonna leave up Bold. If they're gonna throw down an Armadillo Cloak next turn, you know I'm gonna be there with a Lightning Bolt to stop them. Here it comes. No, I guess not. Opponent gonna go looking for Tron lands. This is nuts, guys. Glad we're all here to be a part of this together. There's a tower. No aggro plant. Also played Evolving Wilds instead. Yeah, that's true. The whole follow your advice but too late plan. I'm going to Alchemist. I really do want to leave up Lightning Bolt. Like I don't know. I don't know if I've articulated my plan well enough. I'm pretty confident my opponent has ideas about Armadillo cloaking up something with about 3 toughness. Now it's value time. So we'll tap Therma Alchemist, play Therma Alchemist. I was going to cast a removal spell, but I'm no longer going to do so. And we'll just pass. Go get some more black mana. I do, but it's harder like on your PC in general. So I'm nervous about doing that. What is this? Heck yeah. Yeah, I might as well bolt that. I don't know if I have to bolt it. I think I will bolt it now. But I don't know if I have to, but I kind of want to. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my mana efficiently here. Untap my guys. Sketchy old auto yield going on. Tap my guys. Splashing red of mono black control. Kind of mono blue delver. Yeah. I don't understand that guy either. Poor misunderstood lowland tracker over here. All right, turn comes back. Rager. So let's tap our guys. I am going to Night's Whisper here. I think it gives us our best chance at hitting our land drop. Untap our boys, lose a couple life, draw a couple cards. There's another Night's Whisper. That could be fine here. So I'm just going to Night's Whisper again. Night's Whisper. There's another bog, so that's pretty good if they end up with Repulsive Marasa or something like that, but we're in pretty okay shape here. I guess this could turn around in a hurry, but I think we're all right. I think we're all right this second. Our opponent just isn't doing anything either. And we will ping, pass. Ping, yeah, definitely. And I am going to firebolt this bad boy. We're sending a message. How are you doing with that so far? It looks interesting. Yours too. I got wrecked by Affinity twice in a row. Pretty disheartening. Guys, I was in the dark there. I was in the dark there for a little while on the he's waiting for Armadillo Cloak. I can tell. Aren't we all just like aren't we all waiting for our Armadillo Cloaks deep down? Just something we can strap up and get better at. Fairies is giving me a hard time. Brutal. I imagine where they have like so many 1-drops and stuff like that. Yeah, counter magic is just hard for Tron in general. Opponent being super nice. You know I gotta love me some super nice opponents. We draw Terminate. Tass had the hot top deck right there. The 1-800 tight plays hotline also delivers beautiful top decks off your Monarch triggers. Just be wary. I can't imagine there isn't like a Drifty Boy in here in the 75 somewhere. Yikes. I do not think our opponent wants to be doing precisely that, though. We should have this mostly wrapped up here, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll have him to 2 next turn. Hey, man. Let the record show that I only thought it was crazy. That I didn't necessarily make fun of it. Opponents are going to scoop it up. Okay. I wish this was bad enough to mulligan, but it's kind of not. I have 2 more lands in this deck. Oh my god, it's Carves. No! They're at the top of the trophy list. Oh, god. Frig. Looks like they are on Monarch. Oh yeah, ripperonis, man. no number of lightning bolts and Gurmag anglers can save us now. Oh no. Chainer's Edict, yep. Just play another Bloodfell Caves and pass. Our opponent's a little choked on mana here, but I would say this is probably one of the most experienced Monarch pilots out there. You don't really have to say much more than that. Let's just continue to play tap lands until we resolve a Gurmag Angler, I guess. Get that next level pitching a mountain to hand size instead of playing it. We'll use it for mana. It's a ritual. Yep, there's their white mana. Are you guys ready for this? We're about to have the play some birds, draw some cards, play some birds, draw some cards, play some drop, burn some cards. It's really the hit our swans, draw some cards. They run a bit of both? Ooh. Ichor Wellspring. So here comes the Kuldotha Rebirth party. No. 3 baby. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I am going to bolt this Thraben Inspector. As much as I don't want to, I am. And we'll play land. Play Gurm Daddy. Hope they don't have a Journey. I got a bad feeling about the Journey to Nowhere in their hand right now. Oh, don't journey. Don't journey. Opponent. Oh, this is when our opponent confidently smirks and goes, I could take 5, but I guess they don't want to. We're just going to draw lands for 100 years. All right, there's that next level tech. I'm not going to look. I'm not going to look. I don't like any spoilers. Don't like any spoilers in my Affinity War matchup. Infinity War matchup. The Affinity War matchup happened a little while ago. I am going to save. I guess we have to. For this edict to do anything, we really kind of have to keep on this plan. So we'll get black mana for what it's worth. Drawing lands. Good old 22 land deck. Playing against one of the best players ever. I feel like a Battle Screech is assuredly going to happen soon. They friggin' missed a bunch of land drops too. Yeah. Glinthawk. Yep. Good thing it cantrips. Thought I was gonna get my opponent with my Chainer's Edict here. Apparently not. Yikes. We're going down in a Glinthawk. Frig. Opponent pitching the prismatic strands pretty low key over there. There's an Evolving Wilds. They're gonna have no trouble hitting their lands now. So we'll bog them. Getting rid of the first prismatic strands, good enough. And we draw another land, by the way. Sure. So they're gonna flash it back straight up. I imagine red is what happens here. Yeah. Bog them. And edict them. Pass the turn. Only our opponent knew how friggin' stacked our hand was right now. Nice. Spectre. Get them to pitch. Bog you. Never don't bog them. Yeah, we get another bog here in a couple turns too. So if our opponent is going on the aggro tokens plan, they get I guess they get their Battle Screech value straight rip and kill. They get their Battle Screech going here. We're in pretty rough shape. Oh yeah, we get more bog value. More bog value. We're gonna need a lot of bog value, team. This is gonna be a Galblast, I imagine. Yep. Yep. I probably should have scooped about 8 turns ago, but we're just gonna keep it going here. We need a Pestilence. No, it was last night. Oh man, that was hot. That was a hot night. Snap off the divest. There's the spice, everybody. There we go. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7. Where's Arc Lightning, huh? That's a lot of mana, man. They get back Bog. Opponent is tapping some amount of mana. I think they're going to start Gal Blasting our face. Calling it a night here. Tap concede. They can still flash back their Battle Screeches and stuff. I think they got her locked up here, team. 5 cards in our opponent's hand. About a jillion dorks. You know what's funny? We don't actually have tons of answers for 1/1s. Oh yeah, we got Avankar's Justice. Yep. Avankar's Justice might get us out of this one. They can't counter it. I mean, yeah, they missed their land drops a bunch of times, but from this position, they could just kill us next turn. What? This is, I don't know. They're probably just going to pitch Prismatic Strands. They don't really need it. They're going to pitch a Blast. Okay. Play Evolving Wilds. They know our last card is Bajuka Bog. Flip that bonfire. Flip it. Sure. We're getting wrecked here, team. Getting wrecked by the best of them, though. You know, happens. Just gonna Gal Blast away the only thing we cared about ever in our whole lives. They have good like Thorn of the Black Rose is really bad in this matchup, pretty clearly, and they got ways to rebuild, even if we do manage to get Avankar's Justice online. So like they can sneak in damage well enough. I think we need that 2 ticks. Honest to God, guys, please. I really do need those 2 ticks, opponent. Like, just scoop. I'd be one of those people. I hear there's people that do that. I personally haven't done it. I feel like I'm not entirely above it, but I hear that there's people who will ask you to scoop when they're about to. Come on, Carves, you got enough. I wonder what their plus minus is. Does anyone talk to Carves? So here comes Avankar's Justice. Here comes Electrickery. Spell Bombs are probably okay. And Duresses are probably okay. Edict's pretty obviously very bad here. Terminates are all right. Arc Lightning's good. Firebolt's good. Firebolt's probably better than Lightning Bolt. But I don't want to go down too many Lightning Bolts. Let's cut some stuff that's worse in this matchup first. So that's pretty bad. This card's not great. These are additionally not great things. I feel like we got a decent board going here. The Divests probably aren't super hot. Not many lands left in the deck now, gang. Just keep on drawing them. And I think I'll take a 1 bolt. Firebolt's not that bad because it can kill if we do manage to like bog or spell bomb away their Sen's Enlistment. At least this will trade 1 for 1 with the tokens. I think that's what we look like now. Shazba with the daggers in the chat. Easy on the daggers, Shazba. All right, we'll play first. Sand's bad, but it's got boats, so we'll keep. I would never pitch a hand with boats. We also can't really like outvalue them. Maybe we're the aggro deck. I'm kind of finding divest stripping artifacts. Like you kind of got to get lucky with it. There's probably lower variance ways to play discard, like playing things like Inquisition of Kozilek. Carves having an unnecessarily difficult think about their 7. Yep. It's cool, guys. It's cool. We only opened one of our chests from last night, so I'm still I think I'm free riding into next week for a minute. Net benefits next week, probably a freebie at the very least. Carves, man, you got this. If I was our opponent, I'd be like, keep. You should just keep your 7. But I don't think you should do that. I've done that before. I've downplayed myself. Like I really like beating myself up about stuff because I think it's funny to bully myself. But sometimes in Magic, you'll do that. And then you win the game and you kind of look like a douche. Opponent gonna lead on some red mana, and we're just gonna try to hope for some early old Germ daddies here. I think we're not gonna Karoo. Wait, yeah, there's a Justice. That's a late game plan. I don't think. I think Spectre dies to enough damp towels that we'll just pitch Spectre, and we will pitch a. An Angler? Maybe we don't want to pitch two creatures. Well, Justice is pretty good. What do you guys think? This isn't trivial. I want a bunch of mana because we have Evankar's Justice. We could draw into a ton of lands. I think losing one land and a Spectre is okay. And we could just run out Liliana Spectre next turn and get some value out of it, though. But then we're pitching, what, like 2 Gurmag Anglers? I think I'll pitch Spectre land. And play Carnarium. We'll hold the Bajuga Bog. Maybe them not knowing that we have it is good enough. 2 red mana. Card draw. Well, sure glad we didn't have to force our opponent's hand there, huh, gang? Play Bloodfell Caves, purse the turn. And probably Gurm Daddy pretty shortly here. Gravy baby, no doubt. I guess I have Prismatic Strands for Evankar's Justice. We have Bogs. Further Strands is. Carve seems to have kept a somewhat sketchy hand mana-wise, but I don't think they're going to have... Like, this happened in the last game. I don't think they'll have any trouble pulling themselves out of it. Like we do, we're just going to continue to draw infinite lands. If we flash back this Faithless Looting, we can't play Gurmag Angler, so I think we're just going to get rid of it. And hope for better Gurmag Anglers of the future. So play Gurm Angler. Pizzle the Tizzle. I don't like that flashing this back potentially wraths one of our... Like, they could just, like, Galv Blast this. They could have Great Furnace here. Play a cantripping artifact. Ah, yes, but our opponent has just successfully developed their mana. It'd be kind of cool if we could just draw another Evankar's Justice so that I could be decided in attacking with my Gurmag Angler. If they want to trade all of their creatures and a Galvanic Blast for this Gurm Angler, then so be it. They do not. Let's Rager. There's a Duress. Might find something worthy of a... Oh, nice. Okay, so grab this Sen's Enlistment before that starts getting out of hand. There's a Palace Sentinels. Worth knowing. Yeah, so let's get rid of the Sen's Enlistment. I guess we do have pretty good tech against it, but that's just kind of too good to pass up. So we'll do that and pass. What's our opponent got going on over here? Lots of scary stuff. Does not look like they're going to be committing a Palace Sentinels to the battlefield straight away, which could be advisable on their part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll be up to 6 mana next turn. I think it's almost just time to Evankar's Justice, but maybe that's too quick. It's too techy. So we did see the Great Furnace come down. We saw another Thraben Inspector. Kind of trying to tell us that they have a Galvanic Blast. Ooh, well that's great reason to not play around Galvanic Blast. So we will Duress them. They did find Galvanic Blast and Lightning Bolt. Okay. All of these cards are pretty good at defending the monarchy. Hmm. 2 So we'll take Galvanic Blast. Wary that they have the ability to kill our Gurmag Angler. They'd have to trade our Gurmag Angler with both Thraben Inspector. I think we do still attack here. I think the less creatures they have on board, the better. I mean, they could just take 7 probably too. All right, so this goes pretty well for us. So they will block like that. Lose a Thraben Inspector, take 5. We play another Gurmag Angler that I don't feel like they have many answers for. And we will Karoo back our Bog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we'll Karoo back our Bog. Leave up Justice with buyback for next turn. Hoping that it gets us there. Glinthawk, well, that's a start for our opponent, but I think we're still going to Justice with buyback. They can kill one of our anglers. Maybe that's not the best plan of action there. There's Prophetic Prism, draws them another card. Their hand has transformed at this point. So Prophetic Prism is going on right now. Windscarred Crag is on the go. Their hand doesn't look like this anymore. So they still have Bolts, Strands, Palace Sentinels. We're at the point now where Strands is just a little bit too precarious. There's another Bog. So I think we are just going to Justice with buyback, serve with our anglers. So if we do that, they bolt Gurmag Angler, play Palace Sentinels. They can Prismatic Strands Gurm Daddy when he tries to get in on the following turn. Don't know if that's correct, but I don't think we're doing anything besides Justicing with buyback here. Trying to force through some damage. So that is what we'll do. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. Now, did I cast it with buyback? I think I did. But I did get burned on the whole alternate cost thing recently. So we're gonna make sure we do this correctly. Yeah. They're gonna get their lightning bolt value here. And their F6 value, incidentally. But they're at 4. So 2 turns, they're dead. Unless there's some crazy Radiant Fountain Prismatic Strands shenanigans happens. And it very well could. Journey's the Angler, okay. I don't know about them not leaving up Prismatic Strands here. This could be Lone Missionary. Ugh. They're just gonna draw. Okay. Nihil Spellbomb. So let's buy this back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Put them down to 2. Bog them, and unless they find some kind of life gain, we got them next turn. So let's just hope. Let's hope and wish and pray a la John Mayer. They'd have to hit another land to commit their creature as well. Ooh, okay. So they've got Strands twice here. If they want it. But we're going to be able to play Nihil Spellbomb. Kind of put them up against it. Oh, and they gain a life as well. Okay. Gotcha. So let's play Nihil Spellbomb. Justice. With buyback. They're putting themselves in a position to be able to win here. Yep. There goes Prismatic Strands. So we'll resolve. They don't take any damage. We'll Bog. And pass turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're not necessarily Justice, win the game here, but we could draw a burn spell. We do have a pretty decent number of burn spells in our deck. Opponent playing like a true Boros Monarch player, playing very quickly. They could just draw more Prismatic Strands as well. I guess they do have lots of those in their deck. Let's just draw a burn spell and win. Dang it. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Could we do that better? 1, 2, 3, 4. No. 5, 6, 7. Justice with buyback. We are at 9, so they're like a burn spell away from killing us. We're a burn spell away from killing them. I could have whispered, yeah, I guess that was probably correct. So let's see if they can kill us here. They might be able to. They're dead next turn unless they're like finding some prismatic strands nonsense here, but we also have burn spells. What's this? Rally the no! What? Oh, for the love of God. All right, so let's see what we would have drawn off of Night's Whisper after we die. Oh my God. Because I was afraid that they were going to have a burn spell to kill us. Oh, we couldn't even find... Okay, let's find out what we would have drawn. We're 2-3. We're 2-3, which is certainly not the worst. Well, another Justice. Wouldn't have done it. I don't think that was a punt. I really don't. So we would have Night Whispered down to 7. They would have attacked for 4 with their creatures and we're in bolt range. I don't think it was correct to Night's Whisper there. And if this is a 1 mana burn spell, it wouldn't have mattered because we wouldn't have had enough mana to cast this. So I'm pretty sure it was correct not to, but we would have needed another land. Draw again? Why? Those are the only draws that mattered. See what we would have drawn on the following turn after we were dead? There's the mountain. Oh, and I could have this and then this. Oh, you're right. Yeah, I wouldn't have had to buy it back. I just don't think it was correct. Like if it wasn't exactly, we couldn't double Justice either. I don't think we didn't have enough mana. 1, 2. But I didn't know Firebolt was on top. I was trying to play around getting another turn. I didn't know these 2 cards were on top. Anyway, I'm standing behind it. I think Whispers was the riskier play. We were going to go to 5 there. They would have had 2 burn spells, but incidentally, they had Rally the Peasants, which I don't think they play a lot of.